What are Mintzberg's 5 P's of strategy? Well, these are 5 different definitions or approaches to developing strategy. You can also think of it as identifying 5 ways in which strategies emerge in an organization. With that being said, the first way that strategy can emerge is through a plan. That is a formal approach to brainstorming options and then implementing those options. So developing a strategic plan based upon internal, external analysis, identifying points of competitive advantage, and following through with it. The next way is through ploy. That is, organizations oftentimes work to imitate or get the better of competitors somehow, and they plot to dissuade activities, discourage them, or otherwise influence their behavior through what they do. And in this way, the ploy that you're undertaking becomes the guiding force and the source of a potential competitive advantage for the organization. So that becomes your competitive strategy, implementing that ploy. Also, patterns. That is, an organization begins to operate and it sees its fit in the marketplace. And because of its prior success in any activities, it takes note of the things that were successful. So its past organizational practices and patterns that lead to really solid results, particularly against competitors, are adopted for future activities and actions. So past patterns become the strategic focus of the organization. You're repeating what works. And this may seem obvious, but when repeating what works becomes all that remains, that is, everything that doesn't work is left to the wayside, your strategic approach, your competitive approach becomes analyzing, identifying effective patterns, and implementing those. This is particularly true with minimizing waste and lean production and cost management approaches to strategy. Next is position. That is, how you position yourself in the marketplace can lead to a strategy from the very beginning. Now, at the highest level, organizational strategy concerns your orientation. It incorporates elements of your mission, vision, values, that type of thing. And oftentimes, you'll enter a market, you'll start serving customers or clients with those values, that vision in mind, and thus you position yourself based upon that. Also, you may simply position yourself based upon what you see missing in the market out there, and this becomes your strategy. You're always looking for the need or want that needs to be addressed, and you're positioning yourself accordingly. This is extremely common when companies focus on niche or focused markets. They're identifying a specific need for a specific customer group and positioning themselves accordingly. So in doing so, simply positioning yourself there begets an organizational strategy for you. That is, that everything that it takes to operate and move forward with that position in the market becomes your competitive strategy. And then lastly, perspective. Perspective is all about patterns of thinking and how you process the information and the feedback coming into the organization. So if your perspective makes you look at things a certain way, this will shape your organizational strategy. Particularly if you see things working well for you and you identify some core competency and say, this is what our organization does well. We just happen to be good at the logistics function or the engineering of new products or the customer relationship management piece, whatever that you identify as being the core competency of the firm, that one factor that sets it apart. This will shape what actions you take and how you pursue your competitive strategy in the marketplace. And this reflects your perspective. Something has made you process information in a given way to make you believe something. That is, particularly, what is our core competency? What is going to lead to the results we want? So these are Mintzberg 5 P's of strategy. That is, each P identifies a means by which strategy emerges in a company.